One thing media folks like me do not need to tell you is that gas prices are continuing to soar. You know it, you see it. Today, another new record high, a gallon of regular gas on average up 4 cents from yesterday. In fact, it's the 9th day in a row that gas prices set a record. Got me thinking about what goes into a station's decision to increase prices. How do they decide to increase the amount by sometimes enormous numbers, 20 cents, 40 cents a day per gallon? Are they taking advantage of the situation? In a minute, we'll talk to an expert about the pricing. But first, quick look at the latest numbers. Across the country, 13 states now exceed $5 per gallon on average. Another 6 are about to hit that threshold. This morning, they're all above $4.95 a gallon or so. For perspective, a year ago, the average price was $3.04 per gallon. Year to date, it's up about $1.87. Californians feeling it the most, averaging $6.37 per gallon, seeing prices as high as $9 a gallon at some stations, but those are mostly places for media folks to stand outside of and do live shots to show you how high gas prices are, even though no one actually buys their gas. But I want to know, how do the individual stations decide how much to raise prices? Are we being gouged? Is it the competition? Or is the price of the gas to them actually changing that much in a day or two? Let's ask Tom Kloza, the global head of energy analysis for the Oil Price Information Service, which tracks gas prices for AAA. Tom, thanks so much for coming on the program. Appreciate it. All right, so how do these stations decide how much to increase their prices each day?
Well, the stations see prices change, their wholesale costs, almost like an adjustable rate mortgage that I used to say adjusts every day, but now adjusts twice a day. And they're really, they vary from a station that might sell 1 truckload of fuel a week to somebody like Costco that gets 7 or 8 truckloads of delivery each day. And to a great extent, the retailers are the messenger blamed for the message these days. And the root of the high prices begins with crude, and then it begins with epic refinery margins. Through my career, the price of gasoline has been $5 to $25 above the price of crude. This year, we're seeing $60, $70, or $80 a barrel. And it's not because the refiners are collusive. The price of gasoline is bid higher on the futures or in the big bulk markets, almost the way people would bid for a Bitcoin or whatever. And the comparison doesn't stop there because there is a lot of speculative interest right now in gasoline. And it's really a one-sided trade where there's a lot more buyers than sellers. Yep. And to a certain extent, the traditional sellers aren't selling into it because they think their investors want to ride them higher. With the gas price increases.
Just so I understand, you mentioned that sometimes the price fluctuates twice a day, and then it sort of sounded like you were saying that the oil companies are sort of taking advantage of this situation. Is it that the actual price of the goods is increasing, or is it that the oil companies are taking advantage of the situation, or is it a little bit of both?
Well, it's a market, and it's market-based pricing. So there have been far more buyers than sellers globally this year, with fits and starts, but particularly since the invasion of Ukraine. Mm-hmm. And we were set up for this year by the fact that we saw a recovery last year in much of the world, and that meant demand exceeded supply by a significant amount. So we started the year with low inventories. We probably had a number of refiners that closed refineries or are reconfiguring them to make biofuels in 2020 and 2021, and they probably overdid it. If you could take a mulligan on operating a refinery, you would want to do it right now in this atmosphere because these are epic profits that have never been seen before. So it's very profitable for the exploration and production companies. Yeah. The crude market has billions, if not trillions of dollars in it every day, and it's very profitable for refiners as well.
So is there anything, though, that the station managers, the people who ordinary folks are interacting with every day, can do to bring down these prices, or are they just reflecting the reality of what they're being charged for the goods?
They're reflecting the reality of what's happening in the world. And there are many, many countries where gasoline is selling for $7 to $10 a gallon. Yep. You can go to Canada and find those kind of prices. But in America, we kind of regard cheap gasoline as an inalienable right.
Yeah, yep.
We really do. So.
Yeah, no, it's true. But look, I have to tell you that it's kind of a relief to hear you say that it's not that the station owners are gouging anyone, but it does sound like it still can be a very profitable business for some people who get to it before it goes to the stations. So
it's much more profitable at the wellhead and at the refinery gate than it is for a station operator.
All right.
There are a lot of immigrants.
So reminder, don't yell at your local station. It sounds like it's not their fault. Tom, thanks very much for coming on the show. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Dan.
Thank you for watching. Click the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.